Here's why I think that you should post living your best life on social media to get your ex back, regardless of what their attachment style is. I'm Benny Lichten-Wallner, and I help people get their exes back. And it's generally taught that if your ex is a dismissive, avoidant attachment style, that is somebody that was emotionally neglected in childhood, has problems communicating, has self-worth issues, drinks, thinks they're not good enough, they broke up with you out of the blue, etc. For an individual like this, they're very sensitive to, what is going on with you. They're breaking up with you because they feel like they can't give you what you need. And so a lot of times if they see you living your best life on social media, they're going to block you, or they're going to try to shut you out of their mind because they feel like it's too painful, the thought of you doing so well while they're doing so bad, and they don't want to experience that, so they'll just shut you out of their mind. And this is a very real problem. If your ex is a dismissive avoidant, it's very likely that as you post living your best life, they will see that and they will want to block you because they don't want it in their face. Now, I will say there are some dismissive avoidants. This is a smaller fraction of them, but there are some that end up thinking that there's no real value to staying in the relationship. They lost feelings mostly because they didn't communicate with you in the relationship. But they sort of take you for granted and see you as lower than them, and they expect you to chase them. And for somebody that's doing this, it really wouldn't hurt them to get a taste of their own medicine. In other words, you being too cool for school on your own social media. Now, this isn't always applicable, right? Only a fraction of breakups are, it's like where you need to kind of stick it to them by showing them you have your own shit going on. But the way I think about it is this: if your ex is doing so badly where they're going to go into this rut where they isolate, or they start drinking and they're doing all this stuff, they're doing all this coping, which is what the breakup was. You're really not going to get them back anytime soon anyway, most likely. So if they end up blocking you on the social media, so be it. You'll go through a period of no contact. They'll end up getting curious about you over time. They'll end up missing you. And ultimately, they'll unblock you after a period of time, usually within about 3 months or so. And by then, you can reemerge and kick off contact with them again, and you'll have another shot. Now, we don't want them to block you. So why am I saying post on your social media? Well, if you shut down your social media, you are literally putting your entire life on hold for this one individual person, right? That's not that smart. Think about how much value you bring to society. The funny things that you share, the things you can teach other people, your friend network, your dating activities. Social media is huge for dating and for business, right? You don't want to shut all that down in favor of some person that is doing so bad that they have to break up with you just to catch their breath. So I think it's a really bad sacrifice to shut your stuff down for the sake of, somebody that is suffering, and for somebody that kicked you to the curb. Could it potentially work better? I do think so. If your primary goal is to get this person at all costs, it's possible it could, because you're not going to post anything that's going to push them away, because they're very sensitive about you doing better than them, right? And at the same time, they're probably wondering what you're up to, which I do believe posting in general still creates mystery, because when you post things, like, people don't know the details of your night. They just know that you went out and they're wondering what else happened. But I always think it's best to err on the side of you elevating yourself, right? You elevate no matter what. Now, by elevating, could that cost you an opportunity with somebody that isn't a good fit for you? It could. You can out-level your ex, right? And that is a thing. But also, when we want to have somebody else, I think that you should make yourself so valuable that the value proposition is undeniable, from their eyes. And sometimes, people think that you're out of their league, and that could cause problems. But if that's your problem, you probably shouldn't be going back after them anyway. And if you want some help getting your ex back, look at my profile, click this link right here, set up a call with me, tell me your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.